Hello, my name is Giovanni Fred Batoro. I am from Computational Science, class number 4. In the realm of computing, structured programming aims for better clarity, time improvement, and perfection. Programmers need to know about that to make sure their programs work properly. Now I'm going to explain you what is the structured programming and why you need to know. Structured programming are a set of rules. It needs to be obeyed to make sure the programs work properly. Now let's move on to those rules. Okay? Here are the set of rules. They are the original one, which contains the original rules, which means it has original function. So it's all original, like the looping here. It's function outward to make sure the programs loops itself. In other means, the programs repeat the process from the beginning again. And there is the recursion. It's actually the modified rules. The modified rules are the manipulation of the original rules. It can be a modification of the original one or the mix between the two original rules to make a brand new modified rules. For example, the recursion I mentioned before is actually a mix between the function and the looping. These functions are to make sure the program loops itself with a trigger or with a limiter. Now let's move on to why you don't need to worry about what kind of programs or what kind of language you need to use for the structured programming. Here's the language that compatible with structured programming. As you can see here, there is everyone's favorite Python there and the basic Pascal. But you don't need to worry. This list doesn't mention all of the language around the world. In fact, every language is compatible, unless you make one. Now we need to move on to why you need to know structured programming and you need to apply it. Okay, I will tell you something. This is a good program with a good syntax code. It produced a good program. But a bad program with a bad syntax code produce errors, or it won't work at all. Or in a video terms, it could cause you a bugs condition where the video shows abnormality in it. Like example, this is a video game with a bugs. As you can see, it makes no sense. But this isn't the worst. They are the worst case. It's a nightmare, really, seriously. It's a nightmare for a programmer because it's called a blue screen in Windows terms. As you can see, the blue screen is very sad moment for a programmer because he needs to reset the computer and he could corrupt the memories. And bad syntax code are one of the causes of the blue screen. Now you know what structured programming is and why you need to know about it. It's time for me to conclude this presentation. Before I finish it, is there any question or comments? Please write at the comment below and subscribe. And before I close this presentation, here's some reference if you really want to know what structured programming is. Thank you.